welcome to an... Oh, what's that noise? What was that noise?
Is it like a whooshing noise?
Yeah.
It could be my fan.
Okay.
So is that really loud and off-putting?
A little bit.
Right.
I'll just say we're Ghosted UK Live, and we have got the amazing Paul Goddard.
Thank you.
With past life regression. Now, I know you're not all watching just yet. Well, I'm not sure because the live figures are all iffy. Paul is going to attempt to put me under hypnosis, is it? And bring me back from the dead. No, I'll change that. No, he's gonna see who I used to be in my past life. As Paul's messing around with his fan because he's got problems. So yes, that'll be quite interesting. I'll just are you right? Yeah.
Can you hear tapping then? Is that tapping?
Yeah.
If that's going to make any. All right. Okay. So if you can hear, is that working?
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right. That's good. Does that actually sound better now? My voice coming through this system using this microphone. Good.
Perfect.
Right. Excellent. I'm just going to see. I was going to actually turn the sound down myself because hopefully. Can you talk again if that's right? Because I've just plugged these headphones in.
Testing.
That's much better. It was deafening me a bit beforehand, so we're okay now.
Well, we hope so. Yes. So, hi, Robin. Hi. Yeah. So Paul is going to attempt when we're ready to put me under hypnosis. Do you want to explain a little bit, Paul?
Yeah. So I'll explain. Hello there, Robin. Now, I have been coaching people over the internet and because of the coronavirus. However, the coaching that I do for people is one-to-one, and then I give them an MP3 of the hypnosis, which I don't do live over the camera, because when you actually have somebody in front of you, I noticed you get all those nice little subtle signals that show that somebody's going into hypnosis. So the first time I actually attempted to do any hypnosis before was last Thursday over the internet. I mean, I've done it all the time, other times. But when it was over the internet last time round, some people got some fantastic things. So with hypnosis and hypnotherapy, my success rate's pretty high at doing past life regressions and getting people into a good state of trance that they can have these memories come up in their mind. But this time it's just going to be a little bit of an experiment to see how it works over here. But with that, belief and everybody else getting involved and willing along a fantastic past life regression, I always a great believer in the power of thought to make things really good. So bear with me, everybody. This is a little bit of an experiment, but I'm very hopeful. So we'll just see how it goes with hypnosis.
Hopeful. Hi, Jacqueline. Just say some hellos first. Hi, Tony. Yeah, thanks for sharing. I think hi. Yeah, we'll wait till a few more people, because I think as the shared panel. Thank you. Yes, we did put some comments out. I don't really want to say what they were saying I was going to be. Hi, Tracy. Right. But there were some strange ones. Trust me.
Are they broadcastable?
I think someone said I was going to be. Hi, Paul. Hi, Derek. Sorry. Hi, Charlene. How are you? I spoke to you earlier. Yeah, a monk. One was a lizard.
Right.
One was a prostitute. Can't remember. Yeah. Oh, Carol and Robin had a right laugh, didn't they? They believe in it, but you know what they're like. Probably been on the wine as usual. Hi, Jane. So, yes, so we can attend. I'm okay, thank you. Sorry, go on.
I'm going to explain as well is that I'm just going to have a little look so I can see live comments as well. It's nice to see all these comments coming down. Is that
Hi, Daniel.
each one of us senses the world in different ways, particularly when it comes to memories. Some people are what you're called your visual people. So that's in hypnosis, you may be getting visions of what you're experiencing from a past life. Other people are more auditory, so that will be they're getting hearing of various, memories. And some people are more kinesthetic, so that will mean they'll be getting sort of feelings. So some people don't actually get any visualizations at all during a regression, but they get strong feelings. It's important to remember as well that what you do get is when you review memories, like when you review memories and they come to your mind, most of the time you'll still be aware that you're you. You'll still be aware that you're sitting in the chair having this experience. Some people I have, it's very real, very vivid for them. Other people, it's more sort of sketchy. So however it comes to you, just allow it to come in its own special way. One of the things is I always tell people to do is never, ever force anything, because some people kind of try to, this is what it should be. And even if it doesn't make sense what you're saying, it's important that you come up with what you're experiencing and feeling, because sometimes it can all make sense later on. And also as well, to say with this experience that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. No hypnotist actually has control and power really over anybody. The way it ends up looking like that is that quite often sometimes the hypnotist won't actually tell the person that, and their belief is so strong that they're under direct control of the hypnotist that that they really do find themselves in that state. So should there be a power cut or anything like that, and you do go nicely into hypnosis, you'll be aware that things have gone quiet for a while, or that your subconscious mind will always be there looking after you and protecting you. It's a little bit like we wake up when we fall asleep, and if there was like a alarm going off, we come out of that sleep because your subconscious mind is always there for you, so that will eliminate any fear or anything like that. Have you experienced any hypnosis before, or any meditation or anything like that?
No.
Right, okay, that's okay.
No. Also, I'll just say hello quickly. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Shell. Oh, I can't say Cheryl, Cheryl, and Shell. Hi, Trissy. Hi, Jasmine.
Hello.
Yeah, so Paul. Oh, Paul is amazing. Oh, is he? What about me? Excuse me, Jasmine. Excuse me. I'm kidding. Go on.
The other thing I want to say to people as well is that people shouldn't become hypnotized watching this experience, but if they're doing anything like operating machinery, like if they're listening to this and like chopping things with knives, during the deepening and trance induction process, I would recommend that people just kind of are there so that you can safely just listen to this and enjoy it. It's a little bit like when you buy those hypnosis tapes. God, going back in time now to tapes and CDs, MP3s, they always say do not listen to this whilst driving or operating machinery. So I just want to make sure that people know that as well.
I get. So no, if you're going to be watching this, so no operating the machine. Mm-hmm. I can't say. I'm hypnotized already. I can't speak. Yeah. That's no hypnotizing. No. Could you explain it, because I'm tongue talked?
So yeah, it's just
it's got me.
Sometimes people can start relaxing whilst they're hearing what I'm saying, and if you're operating any sort of machinery at this time, I mean, somebody might be even playing this in their car whilst driving. I really recommend that you either stop driving or you don't drive, just so that you don't fall asleep at the wheel or anything like that. Not that my voice is that boring, but I want you to be safe on the roads.
Oh, what's that? I will not fall asleep. You're always falling asleep.
I mean, I'm hoping we're going to get something from this session, and what I recommend people do whilst watching this is, if they're able to, open another tab on their computer if they got another tab open so the sound can still go in. But if any good information starts coming out from yourself, Tim, it'd be interesting to see if people do their research, can actually see if they can corroborate anything what you're saying.
Right, okay. I don't look better. I swear you get like tongue tied. I can say it now. It's weird because when you do investigations and stuff, and it's weird that how your speech is affected by energy.
Yes.
We just think it was just could be tiredness, could be whatever, but it's happened to a few of us before. And no matter what you try and say, when you say you do an EVP recording, and you say, "Can you tell me your name?" and you can't even say the word name, it just wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And no time you try and repeat it, you make.
Yes.
And that I don't know if anyone's had that before, but I know you can get that anyway through certain words. But it's happened many times, and that's strange. There's something's affecting your speech for some strange reason. I know my speech isn't the best.
Well, I give suggestions in the hypnosis that all becomes better. Definitely.
Okay. Am I safe? Got a knife? Eating tea with Kate. Jason, it depends if you got insurance or not. I'd just make sure you're insured first. But no, you're not allowed to have any knives in your hand if you're watching this. No driving the cars, because I know people do listen to these. How? Yes. I don't know. Technology.
Well, I sometimes listen to live streams in the car, and I Bluetooth it across to the radio system. So it's great when you can't. So sometimes I'm listening to these streams, and people say hi to me. I'm not responding. That's because I'm streaming it via Bluetooth. Or I quite often I actually am in the kitchen cooking whilst listening to these. So sometimes I've got it running, and that's why I don't type back always. Some of the times if somebody says hi to me.
Right. Just let me know when you're ready. I think I'm ready.
Okay. Brilliant.
Have I got the volume on my thing a bit lower or certain?
Whatever is going to be comfortable for you. If you were going to go and listen to a hypnosis MP3 or CD, have it at the volume that would be the most appropriate for you. So if you get you to adjust it. So remember that some people are visual, some people are auditory, some people are kinesthetic, and allow the information to come to you. So we'll just do a quick experiment just to show that you can visualize okay, because some people say, I can't visualize. When I close my eyes, all I get is blank. Did you go to your fridge at all today?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you just close your eyes for a second.
Do I need my glasses off?
Whatever's comfortable for you. Do you want them on or off?
On. Really?
On. Okay. If you're comfortable with them on, leave them on. I mean, some people say take your glasses off, take everything off. I like people when I do hypnosis to be in that comfortable state. So as long as they don't feel like they're going to drop off your head any moment, that will be fine. So so close your eyes, and you're there in your kitchen or wherever you've got your fridge. And just be aware now, looking at your own body out of your own eyes as you're going up to your fridge. What can you see at the moment?
I can see some tomatoes, some potatoes, butter, mayonnaise. These I can see bad things in there because they're not healthy. No.
Sorry, we won't go into detail there.
Okay.
Brilliant. So that's good. So you're aware of it. Now, be aware of any sounds that you might hear in that kitchen whilst you've got that fridge door open. What are you aware of at the moment?
I can hear the kettle. That's boiling. I can hear the let me just think. Well, the wash machine, but it's not on now for some reason.
That's okay. I mean, you're picking up some good things at the moment, and just be aware of the feelings you're getting. So that might be if it feels cold as the doors open, what it feels like grasping the handle to pull open, or what you're picking up from the fridge. Just be aware of those feelings at the moment.
Okay.
And can you just tell me what you're experiencing with that?
I can feel I can feel it in the freezer. The freezer's cold. You
Good.
open the fridge, it's cold. The wash machine's rattling. I can hear the dodgy tap from the sink.
That's good. It actually shows that you're very good at visualizing and remembering, and it's important to realize that what we'll be doing now is to help get those past life memories from your subconscious mind. And it's important to realize that they're memories. It's not like a time machine where you go back, so that you're aware that the visualization will be very similar to that is good to be aware of, because some people think I'm not transported back to this time, and as I said before, just allow the information to come up to you in whatever way it says. Don't force anything, just allow it to come. So brilliant. Now you're happy to go ahead. Do you want to open your eyes again for a second? Right, you okay? Is it bright?
Yeah.
If I was to get you to grasp your hand together like this, just like that, brilliant. If at some point I'm going to ask you to let them drop onto your lap, and I probably made a bit of a noise then with my microphone, are you able to do that okay without smacking your hand against any table or anything like that? Will that be okay for you?
Yeah,
Okay,
should be.
good. Because the last thing I want to do is to just suddenly hear this massive bang as your hand goes down. So that's good to be aware of that. Can you just grasp your hands together for me, for like that, and just keep them so they just feel nice and relaxed for the moment? If you can close your eyes for a second with your hands grasped together. And what I'd like you to do now is just to relax your eyelids right the way down. And you can imagine them closing again. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to try and open your eyes. And when I ask you to try and open your eyes, I really do want you to try to open your eyes. But during this process, I want you to keep pretending that your eyes are locked, glued, closed. So keep pretending that your eyes are locked, glued, closed, and holding on to that relaxation, that imagination. Just test me so that your eyes now remain closed. Just test your eyelids and send that relaxation down to the tips of your toes instantly. Very good. We're staying nice and relaxed now. I want you to take a deep breath and feel yourself just relaxing just that much more. Now this time I want you to be aware of that relaxation. In a moment I'm going to get you to do a few things, and each time I get you to do some of these things, I want you to be aware of relaxing deeper each time. In a moment I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and close your eyes, and when you close your eyes I want you to deepen that relaxation you feel. So open your eyes for a moment, really do open your eyes, and close your eyes. Close your eyes now, close your eyes, and deepen that relaxation. Very good. Now open your eyes now, just open your eyes. Now close your eyes. Close your eyes now, and deepen that relaxation. 2 more times now. So just open your eyes now, and close your eyes, and deepen that relaxation. 1 more time, deepen that relaxation much more. Open your eyes now, and close your eyes. Deepen that relaxation. Very good. Now you've relaxed the body, I'm going to now relax the mind. And relaxing the mind helps you with your imagination and relaxation. So I want you just now to be aware of your hands grasped tightly. Using your imagination, I want you to now put some glue in the center of your palms. In the center of your palms, there's some glue. And I want you to imagine now that you have some tape being taped around your arms, so that around your hands, so it becomes tighter and tighter. As you do this, I want you now, really now, to start squeezing your hands and fingers together. Start squeezing your hands and fingers together, tighter and tighter. I want you to imagine now that there's like a bolt that's put around your hands, keeping them light, tight, locked together, tighter, locked together. I'm getting some more tape now. Really physically feel that tape now being wrapped around your arms, wrapped around your hands, wrapping around, making it tighter. And as you do it, I want you to squeeze your fingers tighter and tighter together. That's tighter together, tighter, locked, stuck together, tighter and tighter, locked, stuck together. And now imagine more tape going around as you squeeze your fingers together further and further. Squeeze your palms and that glue setting tighter and tighter, locked together, tighter and tighter, locked together. And with your eyes now closed, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to try and unstick your hands. As you try and unstick your hands, they just become tighter and tighter together. So just try and stick your hands now. Just try. That's it. And send that relaxation down. Now, don't worry about doing that anymore. Just allow yourself to relax. Now, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to put yourself into a deep, relaxed state. A nice, deep, relaxed state, just before you fall asleep. Just like that moment when you're about to wake up and you're still feeling very, very sleepy. Very sleepy still. I want you to put that self into that state. Now, I'm going to, on the count of 5, when you hear 5, I want your hands to just fall down on your lap, relaxed and limp. When I count that number, all right now, and when you do, I just want you to put yourself into that deep, deep, deep state. All right. 1, relaxing. 2, deeper and deeper. 5, deep trance, down onto your lap now. Down onto your lap. The hands go down. Very good. Now, relaxing now, feeling so very sleepy, so very relaxed. As you drift and float now, deeper and deeper and more deeply relaxed. So sleepy. So relaxed. Deeper and deeper and deeper sleep. So sleepy. So relaxed. Deeper and deeper, drifting, floating, unwinding, letting go now, drifting deeper and deeper and deeper still. So sleepy, so relaxed. That's right. Deeper and deeper and deeper sleep. Relaxing your mind deeper and deeper now. Deeper and deeper now. That's right. And the more you relax, the happier you feel. And the deeper you feel, the more you relax deeper and deeper and deeper sleep. Now, to help with the deepening process, on the count of 3, I want you now to, in your memory, go into your front door of your house on the count of 3. In this lifetime of 2020, you can see the front door of your house, looking at your own body out of your own eyes, allowing yourself to go there now. 1, 2, 3. Putting yourself in front of your house, seeing your front door, and out loud but calmly and gently, so you stay in this deep relaxed state. I want you to describe to me what it looks like just outside your front door in this lifetime of 2020. So off you go.
Door, window, path, letterbox.
Very good. And describe to me what else you're aware of, any sounds or any feelings as you look around you now outside your front door.
I can see, just can hear birds. I can hear, can't make out what it is.
That's okay. Now, just now, allowing yourself in your imagination now to float up higher and higher, staying in front of your house now, higher and higher, so you can look down on where you live, like a bird's eye view. And as you float up higher and higher and looking down on where you live, just describe to me what it looks like outside as you look down from that bird's eye view. What does it look like?
I can see just fields.
Fields. Very good.
Yeah.
That's right. Now just allow yourself to float down, back down to the ground. As you float back down to the ground, allow yourself to drift deeper and deeper and deeper relaxed now. Just let me know when you're back down where you started.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, in a moment, I'm going to take you to an imaginary corridor of your choosing. And in this imaginary corridor of your choosing, there are doors leading off to either side. And each of these doors will lead to an experience which may well be a past life. Everything can be checked out later. But now, I just want you to go to that imaginary corridor of your choosing on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. An imaginary corridor of your choosing. And just describe to me what this imaginary corridor looks like.
It's just blackness.
Blackness. Are you aware of doors or anything like that?
There might be a door at the end. Can't see. So,
Okay. What are you sensing and feeling?
I'm looking. There's a door.
Very good.
It's an arched door.
Wonderful. Now I'd like you to now go down to that door. And as you walk down to that door, you relax deeper and deeper. And as you walk down to the door, being aware of yourself about to go back in time, back to before you were born, back to a life you have lived before this one. And just let me know when you're just outside that door of your choosing.
Yeah, I'm outside.
Very good. Okay, on the count of 3, door open, using your senses of your sight, your feeling, your hearing, however it comes to you. And you'll be pleased and delighted what you can experience as that door opens. You'll be looking out of your own body, out of your own eyes. All right, now the door opens on 3. 1, 2, 3. The door opens. And describe to me what you can sense, feel, or see through that door.
I can see a house.
Very good. Just allow yourself to go through into that space where you can see the house to the past life. And the door closes behind you. And just now describe to me more what you're aware of with the house. Describe to me the colour, the material it's made out of.
It's hard to tell. I can only see an outline because it's so dark. It's at night time.
Okay, very good. Are you aware?
It's night time and it's just you can't see much, but I can just see like a house. It's like a farmhouse type, but it's quite dark.
Very good. Be aware now of your legs and just any clothes that you might be wearing at this moment in front of this house, and describe to me what you're aware of.
Yeah, it's so like leather clothing.
Leather clothing.
Yeah, shoes. Shoes. But they're quite muddy.
Okay. How old do you feel you are?
Um,
roughly?
I can't think.
That's okay. It'll come out later. On the next count of 3, when I click my fingers, I want you to be aware of what year it is in this past life. 1, 2, 3. What year is it?
1807.
1807. Very good. On the next count of 3, you'll be able to tell me if you feel you're male or female in this life. 1, 2, 3.
Male.
Male. Good. On the next count of 3, you'll be able to tell me a name will come into your mind. What they call you in this life. 1, 2, 3. What do they call you in this life?
John.
John. Okay, John. What I want you to do now, John, is to stay in with this lifetime, to go to the time of what you do for work in your day-to-day living at around this age within this lifetime. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Go to what you do.
Swords.
Swords. Okay.
Swords.
What else are you aware of?
Swords. Horses. Swords. Hay. It's hot.
Okay. Is there anyone else with you at this moment?
No, I can't see. It's so dark again.
Okay, so it's dark, and you can also use your feelings as well, what your senses are feeling right now. So you say there's a lot of swords that you're getting right now. Do you feel that you're using them, or do you feel you're making them, or that you're just looking at them?
I don't know. I can just see them. I can see them. I can't touch them, or I can't go near them.
Okay.
So I can only look.
Okay. On the next count of 3, go tell me where in the world you feel you are. 1, 2, 3. Where in the world do you feel you are?
I can't see.
That's okay.
I can't see.
So just go back to the just being with the swords and stuff there now. So you see swords and things. Describe to me what else you're aware of.
I can't see.
Can't see. Okay.
No. I think I'm blind or something because I can't see nothing. No.
Okay.
It's like I've got no. I was seeing before, but now I can't see.
Okay. What I'm going to do it if you were blinded within this lifetime. I want you now to go to the moment of where that might have happened on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh no, I don't like it.
Okay. Back to that nice time in front of the farm. 1, 2, 3. Back there now. Okay.
Okay.
Back there now. What I want you to do to make sure there's positive, I'd like you to now go to your happiest memory within this lifetime. You okay there?
No, I feel dizzy now.
You feel dizzy?
Yeah.
Are you happy to continue?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
I think a little bit longer then.
Okay,
yeah.
Sure. So you tell me if you want to change it at all. Okay. So I want you to in this lifetime go to your happiest memory. 1, 2, 3. Your happiest memory staying with this lifetime, and let me know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What you're experiencing.
I can see the sea.
See the sea. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who else? Is anyone else with you there?
I feel sick.
Okay.
I feel sick. I'm in a. That's weird. That's a boat or a ship.
Okay. Do you feel you're on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go to a time when you're off the ship if you're feeling sick at the moment?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Staying with this lifetime, I want you to go to your earliest memory. 1, 2, 3. Your earliest memory within this lifetime. And let me know what it is.
I can see. It's just a room. It's a strange room.
Strange room. Okay, can you describe this strange room?
It's just like a hall type room. That's strange.
Okay.
So,
are you aware of anybody with you in this strange room? You aware of anybody with you?
There's someone there.
Okay.
They keep moving about.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you feel their connection is with you?
Can't tell. I can't tell.
Okay. What you can see of them and what you are aware of them, can you describe how they're dressed?
So, oh God, he looks like his hair is strange. Their hair is strange. It's like a bun or
Okay.
something. Or it's short but curly round the back, and they're wearing strange clothes. Frilly stuff, like frilly clothes. Frilly
Okay.
shirt. See a frilly shirt and is like money, like money. That money sign, money that you see on money. Strange.
Okay. Now we're just going to see if you get where in the world you are. If you can't, it's fine. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to count to 3, and on number 3, where in the world you are will come into your subconscious mind, into your conscious mind. 1, 2, 3. So in this lifetime, where in the world do you feel you are?
Nowhere different. Nowhere. I'm still there at that same place.
Okay.
Still those strange clothed people.
Strange clothed people. That's fine. Yeah. Staying within this lifetime, I want you to go to a time when you're looking at yourself in a reflection, so you can describe how you look. 1, 2, 3. A time when you're able to see yourself in a reflection, so you can see what you look like.
And I look like Guy Fawkes.
Okay.
I can see Guy Fawkes. It's a funny hat, pointy, wide, sort of little bit. Yeah, he's got a funny belt, big belt.
Mm-hmm.
That's freaky. That ain't right.
So on the next count of 3, let's see if we can get the surname to come into your mind. 1, 2, 3. What do you feel your surname is?
Carver.
Okay.
Carver.
Now staying with this lifetime, and this can be just like a videotape that can be fast forward all the way around. You'll experience no negative emotions, but just understanding. I want you to go to a time in this lifetime where you learned a valuable lesson that may well help you in other lives to come. 1, 2, 3. Time when you learned a valuable lesson. And let me know what that is.
I'll keep away from the sea. Keep away from water.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep away from the water.
Yeah.
Are you happy to just be there just a bit longer, or do you want me to move you on from this scene in front of the water?
I just saw a deer.
A deer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like it's in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
This deer that's in the water, do you feel that the ship is like right in where do you feel that the ship is right now? What you're aware of as you sense and look around?
Hang on, no. I moved to a house again, a farm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a farm. I can see a farm. There's smoke coming out of the farm, but it's very dark again.
Very
It's
dark.
it's a it's a it's again I can't see very well. It's so dark. Like I thought I saw smoke from the chimney,
Okay.
big chimney, but it's so dark. It's just I can't see. It's just,
Okay.
I
So
can't.
that you're aware of that. Do you think it's the same farm as before?
Yeah, that's the same farm. Yeah, definitely. It's a big farm, but I can't really see because every time I try and look, I go blind again. It's and I can't see. And I see like like a midnight blue, and then the black is the shadow of the property or the farm. But when I try and look further, it wouldn't let me look any further. It's
Okay.
just it's so it's so dark.
And right now, whilst you're looking and you're seeing everything being quite dark, I'm going to count to three and
Yeah,
click my fingers. I want you to say how old you feel you are in this moment, in this lifetime. 1, 2, 3. How old do you feel you are now?
23.
23.
Yeah,
Okay.
23. Yeah,
Now, what I want you to do is to, staying with this lifetime, move forward to you being at the age of 30, either seeing,
yeah,
sensing, or feeling 1, 2, 3 at the age of 30, and let me know
yeah.
what you're aware of now at your 30th year.
I nothing. Can't see nothing.
You can't see. Are you aware of any feelings or sensations?
Nothing.
Okay. What I want you to do now is on the next count of 3, I want you to go to the very last
Mm.
year of
Oh,
living, staying with this lifetime. 1, 2, 3. Your very last year of living within this lifetime.
yeah. Yeah.
How old do you feel you are?
I'm 42.
42. Okay.
Yeah.
And what you're aware of now at 42?
Uh, I could. It's weird. I still can't see. The- it's strange because I just can't see. Like I could. Hang on.
Just relax. Come on. Be aware of your
Yeah.
feelings as well. Any feelings, any sounds of what's happening to you right now.
No, I feel. I just feel it's relaxed. It's peaceful. It's. Hang on. I can. Oh, it's really like a field, sunny meadow.
Okay.
It's it's summers. It's lovely summers day. See flies and wasps and bees and birds. It's peaceful, really peaceful.
What do you feel you're doing there right now?
I, I can just see hay. I can see hay. It's just walking through that like the fields.
Okay.
It's, and it's just relaxing. But yeah, just relaxing.
Okay. No,
It's lovely.
that's good to be relaxing. If I can ask your subconscious mind over this lifetime, did you feel you married at all in this lifetime?
I could see two people.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see
So
two people, but they're not clear. They're
that's okay.
standing next to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who do you feel they are, these two people that aren't clear but next to you?
she. It's a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and she's she's a big lady. Big lady.
Okay. And what do you feel? Um, their connection is to you? You any more awareness at all?
No, I feel dizzy now. I feel dizzy.
That's okay. Okay.
Mm.
I'm going to do. Do you want to? In a moment, I'm going to bring this to a close. Okay.
Yes.
On the next count of 3, you're back in the corridor where you started from. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
Hang on. Just trying to. Something came near me and I didn't like it.
Okay.
I don't know who it was. I thought they were going to hit me or something.
Okay. Do you want to carry on? Do you want me to take you out of this? Are you okay?
Come out. Yeah, come out, please.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is take you back to that corridor where you started from. 1, 2, 3. Back in that corridor where you started from.
Yeah.
I'd like you to realise that those doors now are closed to your past lives.
Okay.
What do you feel the lesson was through that experience, that lifetime? Are you aware of any lessons that you might have gained from that experience?
Yeah. I didn't like the sea.
You didn't like the sea,
but I had to be on the sea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whilst you're still in this nice state of relaxation and you're out of that, is your subconscious mind coming up with any more wonder why you were at sea? Do you know why you're at sea from your subconscious mind?
Yeah, it was like we were doing things we shouldn't be doing in the sea, in that sea, in the ship. We were transporting something.
Okay.
And we shouldn't been doing it.
Okay. Any awareness of subconscious what you might have been subconscious what you might have been transporting?
I don't know the barrels of stuff, but I don't know what they are.
From this experience, Tim, do you feel that you need to have any healing?
No, I'm okay.
I can speak to you after to do it if you need it.
Okay.
In a moment, I'm going to count up from 1 to 3. On 3, and only 3, your eyes will be open, you'll be refreshed, alert, reinforcing every single positive thought you've ever had about yourself. I want you to allow any negativity from this past life to remain in the past, taking with you only the positive that you had from this experience. You'll be refreshed, alert, confident, and ready for the rest of the evening. All right now. 1, being aware of your hands resting comfortably. 2, small movements in your body signaling it'll be soon time to awaken. On 3, eyes open, alert, refreshed, and ready for the rest of the evening. So, how was that? Will you be volunteering again?
Oh my God. Oh, that's strange. Oh my God.
Well, you did very well. And I usually say to people, have a round of applause now. So everybody applause at home for Tim there. And I'll make sure you'll be okay after as well.
Yeah. Just give me 5 minutes. Whoa. Oh. I couldn't see. It's like, just calm down. That's quite emotional, isn't it?
Yeah,
oh wow.
I'm glad you seem okay now, but I will 100% make sure you are okay before we fully go and stuff.
That's strange. I got the tea. I'm shaking like a leaflet.
Oh no. Well, you'll be fine after drink. And I always say to people after having hypnosis, it's good to drink fluids, get fluids into you.
I'll put my glass. That's probably why I can't see. So I've got my glasses. Oh my God, that's strange, Paul. Oh my.
Well, you did very well, and thank you for volunteering and doing this over the internet. If you want to, have to do it again once lockdown's over, and see what you can explore with me next year and go in deeper if you want to experience it again. That is.
I'm just come to sense where I am and what's going on. I'm not really sure. I'm looking at the screen and I think that I'm looking around the room and everything doesn't add up. Yeah. Do you have that effect? Like you don't know where you are a bit,
hypnosis maybe, just coming out of it. So when I've got a client, I always make sure that they're fully out, and I give them drinks beforehand. So as you come right out of it, in 5 minutes time, you'll be fine. Just make sure you get that fluid into you so that you're
I do feel thirsty. I felt seasick. And I couldn't. It's weird because I could trying to look at something, but my eyes wouldn't let me look. And then sometimes I could see stuff before. But that point, I could see like a farm. How am I remembering this? I can't. Anyway, it's like a farm, and I could see it was like dark. Oh, that's strange. That's really weird. That is really. Oh my God! I said I don't. I said if it. I said to you, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You know, and it's like. Then I'm just going to sit here like it's all fun. I don't, you know, I'm not going to make stuff up, and I'm only going to see what I can see, and then try and describe it. Yes. And that's exactly. I could see to a point, but then I went completely blind. I couldn't see nothing. Like you could see the light in here. I got lights in here, right? And so I could still see the lights in the background. But when I got to that point when I couldn't see, everything went black. I couldn't see nothing at all. Look at my eyes. I bet they're red.
Right. I think that you look okay as long as you're okay. Because I always like clients to have a pleasant experience.
And I felt I'm trying to explain how I feel to people on watching. Thanks for watching, everyone. So you just watched me go for sleep, and I felt so relaxed. I never felt relaxed like that. I was like, that's weird. That's
even
so weird.
Here, it's difficult to tell. It's a really good positive sign that somebody's deeply in hypnosis. It looked to me like you had rapid eye movement, like when you're in dream state sleep. So that's what I always try and look out for. And it looks, as best I could see on here, like you were in that state.
I just. And the point of it was, this is the strange thing as well, right? I wanted to keep taking my glasses off, but I couldn't. And I did have my glasses on, didn't I, throughout the thing? I just wanted to get my glasses and take them off because they were pointless.
Yeah. Yes.
They were like, why are you wearing glasses? I could partly feel them a little bit, but then I thought, you don't need your glasses on because you can't see nothing.
Yeah.
That's strange, Paul. That is freaking strange, man. I am freaked. I am totally. Oh God, bloody hell! That's strange. Because you go to sleep and you sort of go, but you can still a little bit. You shut your eyes, but you can still sense things around you in a certain way. But it's.
Yes.
And I got really upset because something was coming near me and I didn't like it.
Yeah, you wanted to come out of it at that point. Like,
and I start panicking. Yeah, like there shouldn't be Guy Fawkes Tim. I saw a hat. It was weird. It was like Guy Fawkes. He was like a pointy sort of hat, and then that was like a flat hair, like a Western hat type thing, but not a Western hat. That was more thing and a pointy hatty thing. It's weird. And leather. I looked at my shoes and they were leather. I kept saying leather shoes. Right?
They were dirty as well, you mentioned.
But they were filthy. They were thick mud. You couldn't, even if you washed them in. And I was in a ship. I was on a ship. I saw it. I was in this ship, but I kept feeling seasick. And I know I shouldn't have been on this. Maybe I was a stowaway. Maybe that's why I said I shouldn't have been on. I can remember this. How can I remember?
Well, I said to you, remember it crystal clear clarity. So if you don't, sometimes people forget. So I think the good thing to do now is to talk about it, to make sure you remember all the little bits and details that you kind of, remembered from the session. It sounded like you were transporting barrels of something you shouldn't be. So whether it was...
Yeah, like smuggling.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see properly. It was weird because... Normally, you can explain it. You can shut your eyes and you can see things sometimes. Before I get this thing before I go to sleep. Anyway, I see faces.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever had that. I can see, and I can see, but it's in great detail
Yes.
sometimes. And some said, well, that might be a gift you have because you're seeing these things, and they're never the same person. They're always different. But this was different because I couldn't. I wanted to see, but I said it wouldn't let me to a point. It's going no. But then when I went blank and I couldn't see, that panicked me because I couldn't see. That I think that's partly why I panicked because I couldn't see a damn thing.
Yeah.
I think if you suddenly lose your eyesight, you've got to panic, ain't you?
Exactly.
So maybe that was a draw, and I didn't like it at all. I don't know. I'll have to watch this. This is going to freak me out watching it. I'll tell you. I'm going to watch the live again because. Right, I shall shut up because I'm just calm. That's weird. Well, that's amazing. What's the comments? Huh?
Sorry, there were times that you panicked a bit on the.
No, that's right. Go for it. Because I said that whatever happened, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try it. But if you don't experience it, then it's like when people say about investigations. If you don't go lock yourself in a little room, there's no one that's pitch black. Then I have been shut in a room before. Even when I was a kid, I've been shut in places, and I couldn't get out to see what was in there. And for a prank, they locked me in, which is not a very nice thing. But I thought, well, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, so I might as well make the most of it and see if I can see or hear anyone. But no, nothing. I have had someone. I did actually feel like I stood next to someone once. We went to a bank. I don't know if Jane is watching. Well, but I did get shut in the room, pranking around, and I went, "Don't bother me. I'm used to it." But after that, I heard a voice, and I felt like someone was standing next to me, and I was like, "Okay, that's a good start." And that was the beginning of an investigation. I was like, "This is a good start." And they were like speaking. They're standing right like a foot, like an inch in front of you, going talking. I was going 2 meter distance. Thank you. Back off. No, because the virus went about them. But I said, step back. You know, it's weird. I feel all excited, like giddy.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Like I've had 600 fruit pastels. Calm down. I just missed a bit. Watch back, shared. Hello, what? So, if I'm trying to compose myself, what did you think, everyone watching that? What was anything you noticed? Anything odd, or what did you think? What did you think I was? I think we said a bit about it.
I mean, it seemed like you were like a blacksmith or working like that at some point, and a smuggler as well at one point. By the seams, I mean, you said lots of swords you could see. So
I could see a farm. They always kept bringing me to this farm. That's like this farm. It's a big farm, but then I couldn't see. Whatever I looked at, it just went pitch black everywhere I looked. And it frightened me because I thought I'm trying to see it and I can't see, and then it sort of scared me. So
well,
I don't know.
good to continue anyway.
Yeah, he was a private. I would. I don't know. Maybe I should. I was the one being smuggled. I really did try to see what I could. Paul was brilliant.
Oh, thank you,
Daniel. That was brilliant, Tim. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was just trying to. I said to Paul, I'm going to just. Hi, Noreen. I'll just try. Yeah, and please share this out if you can. Appreciate it, and like and follow if you're in. I think most of you have. Yeah. Hi, Daniel. Hi, mate. You still got that Luton shirt on, or is it your Arsenal one? I can't remember since you switched. I've lost track. He's waiting for his football to come back. What's that? I think you were a blacksmith who was roped into smuggling and you didn't like being it. I could have been. Yeah, I could have been. I can't remember the word now. What they used to do years ago, because that kept coming up.
You talking about press gang? You talking about press gang at all?
Yeah, press gang. Yeah, yeah, that's press gang. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. That was press gang. Yeah, I was thinking there's something else then. I remember a story behind it. That's what I'm thinking. Oh man, that was strange. Yeah, it was a story. I'll tell you after, because that was. I might not, but they might not get it if I tell you on. You'll see what I mean, mate. I think you didn't. I could have been. You may be blind, playing past life. Well, as I said, I couldn't see when I was seeing certain things. I could see the house. I could see this farm, but that was as I explained. I said dark because that was dark at night. But after that, it went pitch black, and I couldn't. When you said look for the door, I couldn't even see the door for one moment, and then it was like I was feeling my way around.
Right. It seems
So
like when you might be using senses a bit more as well, as your way of working. But it sounds interesting that, you actually said you think you might have gone blind at one point, or maybe you were partially sighted, and maybe that's how you saw things were quite dark, as if it was night or something.
And I didn't like it, and I panicked because I couldn't see, and I was going to say to you, get me out of here. I'm not happy with this, because I wasn't happy at one point. I was petrified. I was like, get me out. I didn't like the situation. That was the situation. I didn't like the situation, and I started panicking because I didn't like it. It's like all like panic, and
you carried on. So well done for doing that. You can always bring yourself out of hypnosis or forward. So
I wanted to see more, and at that point, part of that thing, it was no matter what I'd done, I couldn't see. I was blind as a bat. So I don't know. What were you? I think you were pre-gamed into it and knew sea legs, and you were. Well, why would I have been any good to a ship? But I was blind to. Oh, well, they used to be actually, didn't they? Just because you're blind and a disability, it doesn't matter. I do apologise if you got eyesight problems. I do apologise for that because it came out wrong. Sorry about that.
We all say things that come out wrong sometimes, don't we?
Yeah, sorry if I offended anyone. But I don't know. I think if you had disability problems in years ago, I don't think it wouldn't have been very nice. It isn't very nice now they treat people. So
no, unfortunately, most of the time, unless you were like in certain circles and things, I think you were kind of left behind, like very incorrectly.
You were an ill.
Yeah, that you just sort of like put him in the corner and just feed him and that's all we can do for them. That would be it really, which is completely wrong thinking, but that's the way it was.
Yeah, like a dunce or this or that or whatever. But and they won't at all. I've heard people go to school years ago. This is true, and they used to make them wear these hats and draw D on it. And
yes.
A lot of them are dyslexic and all that sort of thing. That's appalling. That's it. Paul, that was appalling. Paul. That was horrendous because we know we go through history,
I mean, I'm dyslexic, and not later on when I went to a really nice school, but the first school, most of the teachers were fine, but there were a couple that really didn't understand it, and if you weren't good at reading and writing, you were kind of classed as the slow coach kind of thing. So I'm glad for my sake things kind of moved on, completely now from that time.
Oh yeah, they I mean, thank God it's changed, hopefully. But they were, hi Debs. Well, hey, I've survived. I'm still here.
Hello, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. So I need to see an eye doctor. Maybe that means something. I need to see an eye doctor. Right. Maybe that's something that was said earlier. I need to see an eye doctor.
Sometimes you get people that are on these events and they start, like when I've done the live streams like recently and they got psychic abilities and able to pick up on something. So it'd be interesting to know if anybody watching this got any sensing or feelings from this session just now.
Yeah. definitely. Sorry, my brain just went. I just reading that. Did anyone in the live do? Did you just say what I was going to say? Because I think I'm just repeating you. I'm not sure.
No, right. It's good to say twice sometimes.
Yeah. Did anyone do what you go under, like shut their eyes and was listening to Paul? Did anyone? Hi Janice. Hi Dee. Hi Shell. Hi Carol. Just so because I didn't miss you for God knows how long was I out, or sort of.
About either 30 minutes or 45, around about that sort of time, I think.
So
run out of time, and that's one of the things when people are in hypnosis is that they've got no idea. I've had clients, and the only reason they know how long roughly they've been under is how hot their coffee is by the time they've come out of hypnosis. Because sometimes people usually think I've only been 5 minutes, and they've been under hypnosis for half an hour. So time does completely change for most people when you're in hypnosis.
I can't remember. It's like it just seemed 5 minutes, to be honest, if that. I have two blind cousins, brother and sister, doing fine on their own. Went blind about age 18. Bless them. Oh, crikey! I have two blind cousins. But the thing is, Janice, is it possible? I've heard this story many times before. You lose something, right? Whether it's your eyesight or hearing, but it gains you another gift. I've heard people tell me this many times, that they've gained something, they've lost something, you gain something. Don't know.
I think as well that I think all of us humans,
unfortunately,
we personally don't give ourselves enough credit for how flexible and how well each of us can actually cope in adversities. And I've known people that had adversities, which I won't say over here because it wouldn't be fair for them, but that have, when they have come across it, been able to cope so incredibly amazingly well, and they have that inner strength within inside them that they didn't realize was there before.
Yeah, it like I said, you can. I know disabled people and stuff, and yes, they lose one thing, but they gain another, and there's sometimes an exceptional gift to what everybody wants to be right or perfect, but there is never no right or perfect.
Yeah.
It's the person that's the most important thing.
Yes.
Whether whatever, it's the person that's more important. And there is some wonderful people out there. Isn't there, Lynn? Where are you?
I remember, it's going a bit off past life regressions, and I'll get back to it again in a second, but I remember seeing an incredible fellow who's been on TV a few times. I remember seeing on Darren Brown, and I don't know if he was blind from birth or lost his sight, but he had the incredible ability of making clicking noises with his tongue, and he was able to do things like ride bikes, go around buildings without the aid of sticks or anything like that, just literally because he developed his hearing in such a way that it was a little bit like the bats with the sonar, so he could tell how far away he was from certain things. I'm sure people will be able to YouTube him. Absolutely incredible guy.
Right. So remember that. You got a question? You've got a question? Ooh. That's Lynn.
Do you think? Yeah, lovely, Lynn. We haven't touched on how powerful our minds. Yeah, I fully agree. It's only a tiny portion of our brains we actually use, and I wouldn't be surprised if you go back to the ancients, that although there wasn't the technology around, but their brains kind of were so much open to more psychic being in contact with other people around the world. And over time, we've just kind of become more scientific and shut down certain parts of our mind, because I think it's about 80% is all we use of our brain. 20% of our brain we use. I have to get the exact figures for that. But I think there's so much more potential that we do have inside us. And even Pythagoras, I remember hearing about, he used to do soul traveling. He used to just close his mind. And my school teacher told me that he in his mind, when he closed his eyes, travelled off to seeing Stonehenge being built by the Beaker folk. Really interesting. I'll look into that a bit more. But I think maybe we might in the future start going back and expanding our minds a bit more. I think it's one of those interesting things that we'll see what happens. Yes, we can. Yeah.
I remember seeing something on the just put it up. We'll put a link in anyway.
Brilliant. Thank you.
It's all right, no worries. I was just thinking. I remember seeing this young lad, and it was strange. It was really weird. That was amazing. He used to look at something and he could draw it, right? In detail, you would never. I can't remember his blooming name. So I've been gone back in time or whatever. So I will be a bit foggy. Paul did say that. They say you're like that all the time, you silly bugger. I sound like old Steptoe and Son there. Now, I just love that program. Oh, so funny.
No, it was funny.
Oh, we're not talking. Anyway, he's got these pictures and he's drawn them, and the detail was amazing. Every bit of it was spot on. And he'd just glance up and look down and draw. And then he'd go, there you go. And you couldn't tell. You put them up. I was on in the news about it. And I can't remember his name. This might have been years ago. I don't know. I can't remember. But you couldn't tell. Now, that's using this. Sadly, that's Photoshop. No, sorry.
Photo memory. Yeah.
Photo memory. Photoshop.
Photographic memory, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And to see that like that, I was like, he's looked at something and he's drawn it. And that is not right. Well, it is, but it ain't, isn't it? It's not. Isn't normal, is it? It's like a gift.
Yeah.
A special gift. And where's that come from? What part of the brain's that come from? Is certain things like that, gifts that, like I said, photo memory. That's it. That really drives me, that dude, because I don't know where they get that from. Like I say, have we got 80% of our brain is like not 80%? 80% of my brain is being used for them. I've got 20 left. No, the other way around. There's hidden parts of your brain in there. Oh, what was the other one? Languages. When people come an operation, they come out of the operation next minute, they could speak Russian or German or whatever language, and they never spoke it before.
One of it's interesting. It might be that if they've had organ transplants, and that's actually one of the theories with past life regression. That it could. Some people say it's genuine. You go back and it's a past life. Other people have the theory that it's genetic memory, which could explain a lot of them, but not quite all of them, maybe. But then again, we're tapping into the ether as well. But there is this theory within past life regression that there is a genetic memory that goes through us, and that in hypnosis you can pull up that genetic memory. And they've always said that memory doesn't have to just be in the brain as we think about it. It can be in all organs. And I know someone who had their uncle had an operation, and they were somebody who weren't particularly fussed with how their appearance was, but after having a liver transplant, somebody became quite fussy about the way they dressed. And they got quite upset when they had pajamas brought in that weren't matching when they were in hospital still. So it does show that we might not have the whole memory in the brain. It can be in other areas as well. And that's what people say about the soul as well. Is that you can like lose sight and things like that, but it's a little bit like the TV. If you have a TV, if you suddenly like cracked the TV monitor, the monitor is going to be cracked. Maybe the visuals won't be as good anymore, but the original signal, which is the soul, still is completely, intact, and so that's what I've heard anyway as well. So it's interesting, fascinating.
Yeah, there's more to it, and like I think, like Lynn said, but there's more. I mean, the most amazing thing as well is I remember watching it. Well, I can't remember. I watched it or read it somewhere about Bruce Lee, and you think, what's that to do with anything? I know you're all saying that, but
I'm interested.
you're interested.
Yeah.
He used to use that more than muscle.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
if you think, say you want to break a piece of wood, right, and you're going to go like that and just go chop, right, probably break your hand. But if you control your brain to a certain point, especially like pain barriers, and you go, that's a piece of paper, that piece of wood. I remember them doing it, this program. I'm sure that or book I read it. They go like that. The edit that just snapping up. Is the power you got from your brain to same as there's a thing about mind over matter. Yes. It's yeah. Please share us out, everyone. It's for poor Paul. Share it for Paul. Don't worry about me. I'm on the other half, and it's mind of a matter where you can control your brain to a point. And people used to go. I know this for a fact as well. People used to go to the dentist. No pain killer. No nothing. Not a sausage, and have a teeth pulled out. And they reckon they control their brain to a point when they're that relaxed that the pain doesn't exist. They can cut the brain, the pain out, and not the tooth, the pain. What do you think of that?
We absolutely, and as I might mentioned in the stream before, you can put somebody into the Esdale's coma state, which you put people into trance in and out several times, and then take them deeper, and then do another technique and take them even deeper and further and deeper again, and you just keep going deeper, and you can tell when they got deep enough, you start asking them questions, and that you can see their mouth move, but they don't actually say the answer to you, and then they experience catalepsy at that point, which you would lift up their arm and it would be evenly balanced, so you would, like, their arm would just be like this as they're still out in hypnosis. And when you get to that really deep state of hypnosis, then you don't feel pain. And when I did the training, we were like pinching each other's hands and things like that, it just sort of show that we weren't
I just gotta say, I did pinch my wife's chocolate. She didn't know about it yet.
All right, okay.
That's a different kind of pinching, isn't it? Sorry, carry on.
It's a different kind of pinching, and I wonder if she'll give you a pinch back now for doing that.
I'm waiting for. It's strange, isn't it? So train. How long have you trained to do this? Would you say now?
Well, I started off in 2006 doing just learning NLP, so that stands for Neuro Linguistic Program. That was a diploma. That was getting the entry level in, just understanding a little bit more about the mind, how we think. Because NLP actually comes from that if somebody's a genius, we all can be that same genius back. It's unpicking the strategies, a bit like you were saying with Bruce Lee, the strategies that they use and applying it to yourselves and modeling people so you really get into their mode of the world. In NLP is called their model of the world, and taking on their strategies that they have to achieve what they're able to achieve. So you learn about that. You learn about the complex language patterns as well, which is in NLP. Then I went off then later and did a practitioner course. So that's like the first sort of level of NLP. So you can actually go and train, and it's not train, but coach people. From here, I did my hypnosis, and then past life regression, and then master practitioner in NLP. And then I did another course with Maria Wheatley, who's arranging to go on your show, and that was topping up, getting more skills for the past life regressions that I do. So so it's been quite a time, but I think like anything, to when you learn these skills is to do it at a steady pace and kind of get to grasp with the level that you're on, then move to the next level, and you build up your confidence that way rather than trying to just suddenly throw everything on yourself right at that sort of time. And it's like everything, I was taught so well with all my teachers, but actually going out and meeting people, hypnotizing people, doing past life regressions is when you start to get better at it. So I really think the full proper learning starts once you get all those certificates up on the wall.
Oh, certificates! I had a certificate once. Yeah, I've done 20 meters in the pool, but I did get the 25.
That's very good.
My parents was going to sue me because I wanted to drown me. So my jokes are bad, aren't they? They really are. Maybe that's why I had the fear of the sea.
Maybe.
It's all right for you, Paul. Should we get a guest if anyone want to pop on?
Yeah, absolutely. And ask any questions as well.
If anyone want to make an appearance on here, I'd love Lynn to come on, but I know she's probably not feel up to it yet. No, I don't blame you, Lynn. I know yeah. Hey, Mandy, hello. Paul's good, isn't he?
Thank you, Tim.
Well, what's that? He does something excellent. Actually, Paul is one of my best friends. I love him so much.
Lynn's a very dear friend of mine. Such a wonderful, wonderful lady, and well, has helped me out so much as well with my work and helping put my name out there. So I'm truly grateful for everything she does, and she's just one of those souls that's so kind.
Didn't she suggest you coming on the show or something?
She most certainly did. So yes,
I'm
really enjoying being on the show. So thank you, Lynn, and thank you as well for inviting me. But yeah, if anyone also wants to come on, and if it's okay, and ask any questions that are to me, or
you want to pop on,
or add their own feedback and stuff, that's all good.
She said, "Thank you, Paul." I know. Not yet, darling. No, I don't blame you, Lynn. We quite understand. That's not a problem. That was a silly thing for me to ask, really. So, you did keep Tim under control the right way. What are we walking? What's that noise? I would put this up. I don't know if we could hang on over the hill again.
Yeah.
So can't. Can you see, Paul? I can't.
Yeah, I can just about see. It's gone again.
Sorry, that was me. I'm trying to. Hang on.
Give him birth normal. So you had no drugs?
Point where I switched off completely and had no pain, nor was I aware of anything around me. I was unconscious until it was all over, and I have no recollection of anything or the fact that the room was full of people. I think my mind just took me out of the situation. Oh, wow.
Well, that's. I would be, Noreen. I would be really fascinated to know how you put yourself into that situation, because there's so many different ways of getting yourself into that state where you can cut off pain. I mean, it started off going right back. I can't remember the exact historical date, but with Mesmer, and they had the Indians in the British Army. He would just basically stare at them for about an hour and put them into a deep trance, and it would kind of take them down into that deep sort of coma state and stuff like that. So yeah. Sorry, no, it's not Mesmer. It was after that. It was Esdale. So that's why the Esdale's coma state comes from. Sorry for mixing that up, people.
I'm going to say, is that cow? I did not having it. I did not having. I like how she pronounced her word. I did not having. Are you Italian? I did not having my babies. Had them all with no pain. Is that Italian? Well, you'd had a problem if you had me, because I weighed about, I don't know, 16 pounds or something, I think. I was huge. You would have had pain with me, trust me. you would know serious pain.
Well, as I said
That's
before,
amazing, isn't it? Don't have any
absolutely, it is amazing.
pain.
One of the greatest techniques you can do is, if you're experiencing pain, is to really distract yourself and really think about something you really enjoy doing, making it truly vivid. If you're having like a dentist treatment or an injection or something that you'll and just put yourself there, make it as vivid as possible. And whilst you're making it as vivid as possible, what you're experiencing just doesn't bother you. You know, it's been shown on TV sometimes, but you know, swearing helps people. You know, they've tested it out and found that if you're swearing, if you've like broken a bone or something like that, it reduces the pain right the way down. I think it's because people kind of feel it's something they shouldn't be doing. It's just like this, that release. You know, they've done it several times with different celebrities, of them sticking their hand into a bucket of water, one with not swearing and the second time with swearing. And when they're swearing, they're able to hold their hand in that ice cold bucket of water for quite considerably a lot more longer.
It's like Brain Train, not the game. Forget the game.
Yes.
Oh, that was blubbered. Oh, can you remember that Brain Train?
I don't
what was
remember
that?
it.
That was Nintendo DS, wasn't it, or something?
Oh, I'm afraid I had
Brain
a
Train.
and I did.
Oh, bit like Tetris. Oh,
No, I like Tetris.
a Rubik's Cube.
No.
That's got you.
Well, with the Rubik's Cube, I used to kind of look at it and think, now, dare I take this out of the pattern? Because I knew if I took out the pattern, it would take me quite a considerable long time to get the pattern back in. I've always managed to like manage one side. I could get like one color back, but not the whole lot. So there's probably a Rubik's Cube up in the loft, all completely and utterly jumbled up, you know, since 1989.
Take the stickers off and swap.
I like your thinking. Yeah, that's what I will do. Yeah, and say I've done it.
Or you can unscrew one of the Rubik's Cubes. And if you peel the thing off, you can actually get a screwdriver and unscrew it. Take it apart, and you can put it back and screw it back and then stick the sticker back on.
So Dee was asking there what made me get into this, and have I been regressed myself? I've been regressed a few times. As I said before, I was in the 1960s, and one of my regressions in the Russian army on operating the radio, and pressure was put under. If I got anything wrong, literally, I would be, I don't know if shot or taken away and sort of had away with something, but I knew it was going to be really bad. I also went back to being a hunter-gatherer called Rannoch. That was quite a nice, peaceful past life regression that I had. Another time I was a carpenter in the Lake District. That was quite a nice one. But what got me into it was I love hypnosis, and I think I mentioned it last time, but I'll say it again, is that I watched a program where a dentist would hypnotize people coming to have their teeth filled that were like terrified, so they felt completely and utterly relaxed during the situation. I was so fascinated watching this at a young age that I then didn't really know what I was doing and started trying to hypnotize all the other class friends at school, which I probably really shouldn't have been doing. And I was interested in that, as we said before, that program, Strange But True.
Strange but True.
Yeah, and they would do programs about past life regression. Peter Hume and another fellow that I don't remember it so well, but that was in the army, and they managed to get his name, his rank, his number. And it just sort of fascinated me. But then I wanted to become a nightclub DJ, did some nightclub DJ and some radio broadcasting.
DJ, were you?
Yeah, I used to DJ in quite a few different places. A venue in Cheltenham called Squeeze, Duke of York, Stroud, the Greyhound in Stroud, Club U-Bahn, part of a hotel for a short period of time. And yeah, it was really enjoyable when I was there. But you know, like all these things,
I was a DJ.
and things move on. Where do you DJ?
I used to go a lot of places, but they used to kick me out. They didn't take me on. I only had one record.
Right.
and that was Adamant. So nah, didn't work for me.
Yeah.
Forget that. My jokes are terrible. DJ Paul. See, that works, doesn't it? DJ Paul.
I think Lynn might have heard me at some point, a couple of times maybe.
Did you? Was he any good, Lynn? Was he any good? She's gonna say yes anyway.
It was quite underground, the stuff that I did. So if it was quite commercial, if it was more commercial music, I mean the sort of stuff I did in the nightclubs, it would be more sort of funky house, funk tunes, things like that.
Do you think what do you think the future of what past life regression? What do you think the future is for? What would you like to see happen? What would you like?
I think what I would like to see would be it truly fully investigated. I think, as I mentioned before, the late great Dr. Ian Stevenson and now Jim Tucker, they didn't do hypnotic past lives, but they did children with spontaneous past lives. And I think there just needs to be more scientists wanting to go out there, more people like truly properly researching it, because people are great at doing research. And when I've done these, like either these live streams or doing my talks, people have got on their phones to see what they can find out. But to really truly know if what you've picked up is something genuine, I think that you need people that are going to be happy to really go ahead and fully research it. And what I'd like to see as well, I think it's always a shame when you get children that start talking about spontaneous past lives. So that's past lives before they even like mention, they're not hypnotists, but they kind of just mention, like when I was big, or in my previous life, or I want to go back to my other mother, that some children, particularly from very strong religious backgrounds, say, oh, don't talk such nonsense and forget about it. But I think that, to actually encourage them to sort of just say, oh, what did you have, without leading them. And I think that some children might have come up with some absolutely fascinating stories that have not even been told yet because of fear, worry, of what people might think. So I hope that answers your question.
I think if you could possibly do have they done any scientific experiments on what you're doing, or?
I'm sure there's been some. I mean, there's people from a more scientific background, like Brian Weiss, many lives, many masters. He started as a skeptic, and you do get some people, but these scientists are not like the main, and I think that everything really needs to be fully investigated.
I liked, when we were saying about, when you were saying about, I said we have a connection with spirit when we do our investigations. That's why we get the EVPs we do through the cameras and stuff, and sometimes trying to suss out how we're getting them through. Like me and Natasha have done an experiment where we put a trifield meter in her hand, holding it, and no funny comments in there about someone holding a trifield meter, because I'm not wearing it, right? And we're holding it, and the spikes on it were crazy. They weren't normal, right? And when we go to this other lady, they were right low. They were just a little bit, like 2 or 3, right? Milligauss, whatever. This was spiking to about 180. That was going ballistic when we were holding it. Now, we found out that if you're holding a trifield meter, if you're using a trifield, don't hold it in your hand, because you've got energy.
Yes.
So you have to put a stand somewhere out of the way. That's a pure reading, So I've seen people wandering around like a K2 meter, going like this. We've done the K2 meter before, and we've held it before. And then I thought, listen, right, because we're picking energy up off a hand. We didn't do it. So obviously, we have done it. It's okay if you do it, as long you're not getting for about 20 minutes, you're not getting no EMF readings, and it's still
exactly
not a sausage. And then you get a spike when you ask, but you still got EMF, so you can get EMF protective gloves and all the rest of it to stop that. That's what you need if you're watching this. Some EMF protective shielding gloves. If you ask me, I'll tell you later what it is. It's basically a protection from the shielding of EMF.
Sounds good.
Said. And go on, sorry.
I was just going to say I've seen this question here about future lives, which I thought I'd better answer. I haven't sorry, just because I could see it there, I thought I'd better answer. I haven't done really much in the way of future lives. I've done one or two, but most people want to go to the past lives because we're future lives. Although it would be an interesting experiment if people wanted to go to me, you can actually write it down and then see in the future if it actually happens. You have to make sure somebody in all those years to come will actually write it down. I tend to stick to the past life regressions more because when you hear children with these spontaneous past lives, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, you never actually hear a child coming into this life talking about a future life. So I think that the future lives, because people say that time isn't that sort of linear way of moving forward, like people tend to think of time, that it's all kind of messed up, squiggly, that you can go forward and you can go back. But then again, it's kind of, you can actually look back over the past lives and you can do your research, which is so difficult to do for the future. I know I have done it a couple of times, it's happened. I do say within hypnosis, if they want to have like a compelling future, do future life pacing, but that's really using your mind to come up with what you want to see, the sort of person you want to be. I tend not to just go for it as what is going to happen in 5 years' time, because if you within this life went future life and you saw something that was going to be horrendous in 5 years, it may or may not actually happen. And if you did see something horrendous happening to you in 5 years' time, it's going to really rain on your parade, you know. If you're going to be worrying about that potential that might be happening. So yeah, but yes, I would do it if somebody's interested, but most people tend to have interest in the past. Did I answer that question okay for you, Shell?
I'll put that there. Where did I put it? I've lost that. Is that one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Shell, yeah. And that's another thing about, so yeah, when like you do an investigation, we said you have a connection, right?
Yes.
There don't seem to be many, and I will definitely say this. Any scientists watching this, probably not, because they're probably watching Open Reach. Is it Open Reach? Oh, Open University. Open Reach. What's Open Reach? Oh, that's BT Internet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They're probably watching Open University, thinking, "Yeah, I know more than them." So I used to watch that, by the way. Sad. And Cambridge for 4 points. No, I'm not going to do. And the thing was, I'd like to test any scientific person want to watch. Oh, I don't care what university you are, preferably a small one, to experiment when we do, even if it's in a closed area. I don't know, maybe there is a way of communicating with spirits. So I know they've tried it years ago with mediums and that all went pear-shaped. But what have they tried it with paranormal investigators? It's the same as Paul said, offering, yeah, come on, bring it on, test us. We want to see if there's anything behind it. Maybe there's a way, I know they've done something with seeing they reckon they could see pictures from your brain. Have you heard of that?
Yes, I have heard of it. I've not seen any results of it, but yeah, I have heard about it.
They were getting your brain waves, and it might have been in a movie, I can't remember, but they were seeing pictures of something that you were seeing in your brain. And maybe when you describe what you're seeing and that comes through as the picture, that would make more, to say, convinced to say that actually this is genuine, because it would make sense. It's the same with the paranormal side. If we're saying we're getting an EVP here and they're going, well, you can't get an EVP in here because there's no way you're getting, even people were saying they're spy signals. I've had people say they're spy signals, and they even now they're sending signals, secret signals, and they're saying we were picking them up through the camera. Well, it wouldn't make no sense, would it, of a little girl crying? Why would you send a signal of a little girl crying?
Absolutely.
Debunked. It wouldn't. I can understand what they're trying to say, and also we got an EVP in a nuclear bunker, which is completely, shielding. I was telling you, he had shielding on it, so from the Ministry of Defence to stop the Russians listening in on what they were doing in Norfolk, and they, no chance of getting it. And we got a few EVPs recorded on the camera. Now that makes you think.
Absolutely.
So it's not coming from the only option was the person who's holding the camera. So I think, right, so it's got to be the holding the camera, maybe. But we can get EVPs if someone's standing near the camera. So it's like, where are they coming from? That's the question. I don't know.
I think any of this research into the paranormal field, I think as well that scientists should have an understanding that it's not like a world where it's one thing or another. I think you have to kind of just repeat it several times. It's like even the children with spontaneous past life regression and Ian Stevenson, he's come up with some fantastic research where like almost everything fits, but there often is, even his best cases, just that little thing which doesn't sort of fit. And it's not like, I think it's not a world where everything has to sort of, fit absolutely perfectly, because our memories are faulty as they are anyway. We won't remember things exactly right. So I think that, you have to be aware it's not just this world, the paranormal world, where you can just stick it under a glass Faraday cage and just, it has to be right or has to be wrong. There's that fuzzy sort of line as well between the two things.
Very interesting. Right, I think you're right. It was an hour and 40 minutes, Paul. Have you had enough?
Well, I'm. If people have had enough, I'm happy to stop. Or
it's up to you.
More questions? So
any more questions you want to ask? We're okay at the moment. We're all right for the moment. And please share out. Now, where's they've gone quiet in the comments, you see. Hello, Emma. Hi, Em.
I'm sorry for the weather. I was a bit under the weather.
Yeah, hope you're okay. Hope you're all right, Paul. I thought I'd ask about you mentioned with Dr. Brian West about talking about future ones as well as past. I thought I would get you to take it on. I don't know. Take it on? Ooh, take it on. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? They say with things, and like people say to us, well, obviously you get the idiots say it's fake, you get the silly people saying it's this, it's that. I mean, it's strange, but as I said to scientists, if you don't believe what it's genuine, whatever, come along, check the thing. Anyone offer? No, not a sausage. I've had some amazing stuff, and I spoke to Andy, and he said I want to send it to so and so, because there used to be a doctor of this, a doctor of that. I said, well, have a look, see what you think. I've got nothing to hide. Let's see what you think. No, I still had no response. maybe they were. I know now that obviously at the moment they're busy working on the cure and stuff like that for this thing. But in the past, I said, bring it on. This has been my favourite because. Oh, thank you, Dee. Oh, look at that, Paul. That's because you're in it, Paul. Oh, yes, we know the blooming favourites here. No wine gums for you, Dee.
Thank you, Dee.
I call you Dee. Dee. I've got to do Dee. He's been really interesting. See, another one. He has been really interesting. See, no treats for you lot. That's it. No chocolate. You're barred. Yeah, and it's strange. We'll have to do this again. Give me time to recover. So yes. I still feel a bit woozy. Tired, sleepy.
I'll chat to you after to make sure you're.
Yeah.
But yeah, some. I tend to find lookers are good, but like a good amount of water in you is good. Like if you can drink down a pint of water over time, not just like necking it back, but if you can. Water, then that will certainly help.
I can't down a pint of lager now. Got no hoop.
I've never been able to.
Really enjoyed this. Thank you. That's okay. Okay, hang on. So, how did you feel as a past life? What were you feeling? How did you feel? It's weird an emotion, Carol. It's like, did you feel heat? Oh, I did feel heat. I don't know if I felt cold. I didn't feel cold, but I felt heat at one point. I didn't feel the cold. I felt seasick. I felt it was just weird things, you know. The blindness was the worst because that frightened the life out. But I panicked. I really did panic because I thought I can't see. I can't see, and I panicked. Oh, what's that, Rita? Hey, Rita. I hope you're still looking after my teddy bear. Right, yeah. Well, I got your bear. I got you done. This lady asked me to do a bear ages ago. Poor lady. And I'm just checking them out because there's been some strange things happening around the bear. So I've been very careful at the moment. I don't want to give you a haunted bear.
Have you thought about setting up a live stream of the bear and just seeing, like, leaving it going for, say, 24 hours and see what can get picked up? See if, people can just jump on and look at it every so often and write down the time if something happens. Just an idea.
It's an idea. I could try it and put it on for... I don't think for 25 people would be bored. Excuse me. As an experiment, I could do with a camera, but I think I put it on a live and you're just looking at a bear. Like, I've seen some of these CCTV footage and they say, watch the screen and see if anything happens. You're sitting there, and after about 20 minutes, you're going, oh. It's a bit... That's a good idea, though. I wouldn't mind trying it. But, yeah, I don't know with the bear. I'll have to sort it out. I don't want to give you a thing that... I know you're not paying for it. You can have it, but I just want to make sure you... it's not got anything attached to it, Rita. And that's the honest reason. If you want it with the attachment, you can have it. But it will go off when it wants to go off. That's what it kept doing, Paul. This other bear's been... It's got a fondness for two bears at the moment. So it's got the one bear. Can I see it? Can I reach it? Oh, hang on. I might be able to reach it. Oh, I feel... let me get... There's that one.
Yeah, I've seen it. You showed me him just after live last time, and yes,
he's got no electronics in there now. He's been debunked because they kept going off constantly, and they've had 4 sets of electronics in them. Because I build them as well. Well, yes. For fun, for myself, not as a business. I didn't sell them. And that one, you see little holes where the LED lights are in when it's light up and sound. Okay. That one is supposed to be Rita's. Where is he? That's supposed to be your bear eater, and he's got the old battery pack on that, and he does light up. He's got the lights in there, but for some strange reason, he kept going off. So I'm just worried. I'm testing him recently. He's battery packing it. That's your bear, and you can have him, Rita. You can have him, but I don't want to give him if he's got a spirit attachment. It could be the one that's attached to this one, I believe. So maybe he's fell in love with 2 bears. I don't know. I'll have to check it out.
Put it on eBay with a spirit attachment. You'll get an awful lot of money for it.
Oh no! I promise, Rita. Money didn't interest me, Paul. Money didn't interest me. I probably would, but yeah, I'll give it to Rita and she'll put it on eBay and make a 500 quid out of him. I can prove. Well, I say I prove it. I've got some. If you do some tests, anyone want to do some tests with that bear, you're quite welcome to, and see what results you get. Maybe that might be an interesting. Not the white one. This one. We took, like I said, we took the electronics out. We put it down, and nothing. None of the sensors went off. Nothing. The EMF. Nothing. Not a sausage. As soon as we put him back in the bear, and he's like, what the? It must be faulty. So to put new wiring in it. Tried that. I thought, what the hell? So I took the wiring out of that one and put it in another bear, which is the other bear. I love it. They're all over the shop. I don't know why I got so many bears. So I put it in another bear and didn't do it. Nothing. It worked perfectly. As soon as I put it back in this bear, so I took the wiring out of that, put it in this one. That's what. And
Sounds like Saints definitely likes that bear and drawn to it.
Yes, I don't think there's a battery in this one, is there? Yeah. And all it reads is it's like EMF and static. Oh, it's more the EMF. Oh, stay. But they're supposed to say, still. There's supposed to be nothing on them. And set your CCTV up. You'd explain that to Kelly about doing that. They've already been put in the shed twice. He needs to be. Well, okay. Just right. I'll sort it out with you then. That's it. But not my problem. If you get it going off every 2 seconds and say it's faulty, it's not my problem because I know it will do. I bet if we do it now, he'd go off. Strange, isn't it?
It is strange, yeah.
You debunk it because you take all the wiring out, you change the bear. Well, I think we're going to call. I think Paul's had enough. I've had enough now. I think.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching and their wonderful comments that they've said throughout this. And thank you again, Tim, for inviting me onto your show and being an excellent volunteer.
Oh, hang on. You've got one more quick. So whatever come through as someone's famous like Nostradamus?
No, I haven't, unfortunately. I've had some really interesting lives. I haven't actually come across anybody famous yet. I've had clients that have said they were somebody famous, that they've come up with or felt like, but when they've actually been sat down in front of me, in front of the chair, they've just gone to a more sort of mundane life, really. Well, I don't say mundane, but like a normal kind of everyday sort of life. So, yeah, not yet. But as soon as I do, I will let Ghosted know.
Yes. I was going to come back famous and I didn't let you down. I didn't get nothing famous out. I tried, but it wasn't happening. I couldn't.
Well, it's just best to allow what happens to come to you.
Yeah.
Even if it sounds crazy, it's just best to say it.
I kept looking for a night and saying, that's me in the mirror, but it just wasn't happening.
Well, I was beginning to wonder because you said swords at one point. You could see lots and lots of swords.
Yeah, but it won't let me touch them. I wasn't allowed to touch them.
No, exactly. That's when it.
See, so if I wanted to fake it, I would have grabbed the sword and went King Tim or something, wouldn't I? But I couldn't.
Yeah.
So, isn't that weird? It would sound like you can't touch them. Don't touch them. You're not. Don't. Maybe I was a child though. I don't know. Maybe why couldn't I touch them? Because they weren't mine, or.
You were quite young. I think that was when we'll look back over it, but I think that's when I said go to your earliest memory. So
right.
Early memory, then probably you wouldn't be able to touch them because they were not overly heavy.
Hot.
They sharp.
Yeah. Oh right. We'll have to come back and the aggression. We'll have to come back. Well, I would like to see Andrew request. Andrew. Good grief, you're having a laugh. He regressed himself by going to sleep in 2 minutes if he's watching. Are you watching, Andrew? I don't know. He falls asleep any minute. Please do. I find this all fascinating being researched in the last few years now. Yes, I'm sure Paul will definitely come back.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Thank you, Paul. We'll think of some ideas. We'll do some experiments. We'll try some experiments. Thank you, Paul, Tim. Thank you, Daniel. Because you're a boy. I still am, Carol. My wife says I need to grow up. Well, I'm not allowed to play with my friends. Anyway, I hope they're laughing. We shall see you later see you Monday. I think Lanier's on Monday. She's going to do some, if you want to get something, you want some spirits to come through, she's the lady, so she'll be, speaking to you then on Monday at 7:00. I've got a special guest on Friday, I think. Well, I'm going to say no more, maybe, if they turn up. I shall see you later, and have a good weekend. No night, Lynn.
Night, Lynn.
We love you, Lynn. I know. Natural. Paul didn't even laugh. He just felt, get on with it. Yeah. See you later, and thank you. See you later. Have a good weekend, and bye.